A very good afternoon, dear students. I hope you all are safe at your place. I, Professor Sonal Agrawal, welcome you all on the digital platform of Agrawal Vidya Vihar English Medium College. This is the lecture for the subject HRM, that is the Human Resource Management. As you know, in the last lecture, we discussed that is the process of job analysis method. Here, in the last lecture, we have completed this topic that is the process. Now, in the today's lecture, we are going to start with the methods of job analysis. Here, I hope you know remember the meaning of job analysis. What do you mean by job analysis? Job analysis is the process of making a detailed study of any particular job or collecting all the information related to the job. Here, it is something that you can say small to small information about a particular job should be collected here. Not a single information should be left here. So this is known as the job analysis. Now today what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about some of the methods to collect the information about the particular job. So now start with the first method, that is the observation method. Here some of the information collected with the observation of a particular job. Here you can say that this is a field work. Yeah, why? Because the job analyst person who is doing the job analysis job, he or she visit the workplace of the job holders, and he personally observe all the things. Here he personally observe the performance of the employee. He takes notes of the that is the risk which is attached with a particular job. Here the mental or you can see the physical abilities that required to perform a job, and which types of tools you can say, which types of machinery or equipments required for the performance of that job. He also note down that what is the importance level of that particular job, and so you can say he collect all the information related to the particular job by personally visiting the field or by the personal observation. So that's why this method is known as the observation method. Here, as you know that always there is two sides of the coin, so advantages also and disadvantages also. So the advantages of this observation method is that it is a more accurate method. Why? Because the more accurate information can be collected because of the personal visit of the field. Here, the observer personally visit the site and he personally observe all the things and all the requirements related to the job. That's why you can say this is a more accurate job. Why? Because personal observation is there. So the false information cannot be collected with this method. Here, all the information collected with this method will be true and best of his knowledge. Here, that's why the more accurate information is able to collect by the analysis. But again, the same the disadvantages also that the analytical power of each and every person will be different. The observation and the viewpoint of each and every person will be different. So sometimes the personal biasness can be attached with these methods. Here, the personal observation, it may be differ. The way of observing is differ from person to person. Because of that fact, it involves sometimes the personal biasness, like you can say the likes and dislikes of a particular individual person will be attached with these types of methods here. So this is the main disadvantages of this method. I hope the meaning is clear. Observation methods here, the job analyst person. And he is doing job analysis. Some net issue is there. I hope it is visible to you all. Okay. So this is all about the observation method. Now the second one is about the interview method. And this method is very much familiar with you all, that you all aware about this method. That in this method, the personal interview is going to be taken of the person who is going to perform the particular job. Yeah? This method is used in place of the questionnaire method that we are going to discuss later on. That in this method, the job analysis takes the personal interview that is already planned in advance of the person who is going to perform the job one by one, and asks several questions which are related to the particular aspects of a particular job. Here, in the answer that is collected by the person is collected in that if it is collected in the desired information or desired form, then the person will be selected, and the desired information can be collected even from the you can say illiterate person also. Even the worker who is going to perform these duties is not the educated one, he is the illiterate one, even though this method is successful. Why? Because just what you have to do, you have to ask the question, and according to the knowledge the person, the employee is going to answer you. So this is the beneficial when you are going to select the person who is not the educated one. So information can be collected with the person who is not the illiterate one. See, actually, when this type of method is useful, this interview method is useful in two ways. Clear? First thing, when you are going to appoint a highly educated person. Clear? So that's why sometimes the analytical skills is going to be judged with the help of the question answer session. So at that time, if it is a highly educated person, then also this method is useful. But sometimes if the person is uneducated one, then this method is useful. Why? Because in a organizations, in a factory, ultimately the workers has to work here, and it is not necessary that they are highly qualified or they are literate one. Plus sometimes illiterate workers are also there in the factory, and they are having the best knowledge about a particular job. Why? Because that particular job is ultimately performed by them. So that's why this interview method is sometimes useful when the employees or when the workers are not educated ones. So this is the main advantages of this method, that if the person is educated one, then also this is helpful, and if the person is uneducated one, then also this method is helpful. So what do you mean by interview method? Here the personal interview is taken with the help of the question answer session of the person who is going to perform the particular job, and on the basis of the answer that are given by them, the best person is going to be selected. Then the next one is about the questionnaire method. Clear? What is mean by the questionnaire method? In this method, you all know the meaning of questionnaire. Here, in this method, the questionnaire is going to be prepared, and this questionnaire containing certain questions that seeking the answer of the various aspects of a particular job, and which is distributed amongst the job holder. And by this method, the several types of information about a particular job and its performance requirement is going to be collected, and that information is put in a statistical form or in a tabular form, and the immediate supervisor is asked to examine the replies of that questionnaires here, and after the analysis done by this supervisor, the action is going to be taken, or you can say the decision is going to be taken. This method is successful only and only when the person who is going to be appointed is the educated one. If the person or the employees are uneducated one, then this method is not useful, because this questionnaire it contains a number of questions, and that to read and to understand this question, the education level is required. If the person is illiterate one, then the questionnaire method is not at all useful. So this method is having some of the limitations here. And the second limitation about the questionnaire method is that already I said that it contains a number of questions. So again, to fill the questionnaire, it is time consuming also. You may also familiar about this questionnaire method here. The collection of the data is with the educated person. This is the best method, you can say, in the research work. This questionnaire method is very, very useful. So but the limitation is just that it is a time consuming method. Okay? The job holders or the person require the time to fill this questionnaire, to read this questionnaire, to understand the questions, and it cannot be used for all the jobs. As I already said, that it can be useful when the person is the literate one. For the illiterate job holder, this questionnaire method is not useful. But yes, of course, the interview method is useful, and the observation method is useful for both. Here, whether the person is the literate one or whether the person is illiterate one. For both types of employees, the observation method is also useful and the interview method is also useful. But the questionnaire method is useful only and only when the employees are the literate one. The next method is about the checklist method. Here, this checklist method is something you can say similar with the interview questionnaire method. Here, in the checklist method, you can say the data is going to be collected with the method of checklist. I hope you know the meaning of checklist. Here, most of the answer depends on yes or no. The checklist method of this data collection, it is not similar with the questionnaire method, but it is almost similar with the questionnaire method. But the main difference between the questionnaire and checklist is that the questionnaire is a big the difference, and in the checklist, sometimes subjective question is also going to be asked. But in questionnaire method, the subjective question are not there. But in this checklist method, it may be in the form of yes or no question, or it may be in the form of the subjective questions. Here, the job holder is asked to take the question that are related to the particular job or particular post, and the checklist can be prepared on the basis of the job information that is obtained from various sources. Here, it may be from the supervisor, it may be from the engineers, it may be from the other people who are directly or indirectly familiar or the attached with a particular job. So the data is going to be collected from that sources, and after collecting the data, the checklist form is going to prepare. And once the checklist is prepared, then it is to be sent to the job holder who are going to perform this job in a future. And his opinion is going to be taken. And on the basis of the opinion, that certain information is going to be asked in checklist. As I already said, that it may be yes or no method, or it may be some subjective questions. So here, certain information is asked whether they are satisfied with the particular time that is given to perform a job, or whether they are satisfied with the working condition, or which types of working condition they expect from a particular job, or it may be you can say which types of qualities or training that should be required to perform a particular job. So these types of information are going to be collected here in checklist, and after collecting all the information, all the information are tabulated, and after tabulating the information, the analysis is done here. And after doing the analysis, all the terms and conditions related to the particular job is going to be identified and selected. And on the basis of that selected information, the person is going to be appointed who is able to perform these all the duties. Yeah. So this is so that's why the checklist is you can say somehow it is similar to the questionnaire method, but it is not the questionnaire method. And the next is about the critical incidence method. Here, this is based on the past experience of the particular employee who is going to be appointed, or who is going to be perform a particular job. Here, in this method, the information regarding the succession or unsuccession, or you can say successful or unsuccessful behavior of the past job, or the past you can say the past job or the past duty is going to be collected, and that information is used for prescribing the described behavior of a successful performance of a job. And on this basis of this information, the scientific recruitment and the selection is going to be done. So this is you can say based on the experience of that particular employee, which he has experienced according to some of the incidents of his past job. Here, the question is asked them about the past job. On the basis of that information, the decision is going to be taken. What are the terms and conditions of the past job? What are his experience, his performance of the past job? Why he left the past job? Or whether he was successful in the past job or not. So this type of information is going to be collected based on the past experience of the employee. So that's why it is known as the critical incidence of the method. So in this method, all the information related to the past is going to be collected. Also on the past information of the past performance information of the particular employee, the future role is going to be decided. And the next one is about the record maintenance method. Here, the record is maintained by the personnel department or the HR department. As you all know that in every organization, the one HR department is there. So in this method, the different job information is collected from the records which is maintained by the personnel department or the HR department. And the job analysis is just go through the records and prepare a note about the various requirements or the various aspects of the job. But this method does not reveal the worker supervisor relationship. This method does not reveal the tools and equipment or the machinery that is required to perform a job. This is also not to reveal the present working condition that is required for the performance of a job. So that's why This is the person cannot do the job analysis on the basis of just the records. What the analyst or what the person has to do, the person has to collect the information from these records of that is maintained by the personal department. And after getting this information or after getting this report, the person should go for the interview method. Yeah. So this record maintenance method can be used with the interview method only. Here, this record maintenance method cannot be used single. Why? Because certain limitations are there. As I just said, that it does not reveal the information about the workers and the supervisor relationship. It does not give all the details regarding the particular job. Clear? So that's why some of the limitations are there of these methods on the basis of records only. The person cannot do the analysis of a particular job. So the person has to go for an interview method after collecting the person is who here. The person is the job analyst who is going to be done this job analysis. So that analyst person is known as the for that analysis person I am using the word person here. Okay. So that person has to go for the interview method after collecting the records. And the last one, that is the expert conference method here. This is the last method of the job analysis here. In this method, a conference of the supervisors are going to be taken. As you all know that the supervisor are having the wide knowledge about the particular job. Why? Because ultimately the supervisor are there who is in the personal touch with the workers. Clear? Not all the authorities are in the personal touch with the worker or in the personal touch with the particular job. The supervisor having the wide knowledge about the job and job analysis and the person who is going to do the job analysis is initiate the discussion information about a particular job with the supervisors, and the question and answer session is done between the experts who are part of the conference, and can also they provide the best of their information they are going to be provide, and on the basis of the information provided by the expert person or provided by the supervisors of the job, on the basis of the information the job analysis is done. So this is you can say this method is based on the knowledge that the expert person is having. Who is the expert person here? The supervisor are the expert person. Why? Because supervisor are in the personal touch of a particular job. So on the basis of the information that is provided by the supervisors, on that information basis, the job analysis is going to be done. So here everything is based on the knowledge of the supervisor. If the supervisor is not having the full knowledge about a particular job, then the decision that is going to be taken will be not be successful one. So this is the limitation of this expert conference methods. So this is the end of the topic. I hope it is very clear to you. Why? Because this is a very practical thing that we are going to be discussed. So it is the end of the topic. The first part we discussed in today's lecture, we studied the topic that is the methods of job analysis. In that we have discussed the 7 methods. First method is about the observation method. This method is depends on the personal observation by visiting the field and by observing all the jobs. Here, requirements of the job, working condition that is required, equipment that are required to perform a job, what types of skills are required to perform a job. These all things are observed by visiting personally at the field or at the place of a job. Yeah. So that's why it is known as the personal observation method. But the limitation of this method is that the personal observation thinking of person is not the same. The person to person, the analytical power is different, and the personal likes and dislikes may affect this method. The second one is the interview method. In this method, the interview is arranged of the person who is going to be perform the job, and the question answer session will be there, and on the basis of the answer given by the person, the job analysis is done. The third one is the questionnaire method. Here the questionnaire is prepared and it is all the questions related to the particular job is asked here, and the person is, if it is a educated one, then only this information or this method can be useful. The person required time to fill the questionnaire, that is the limitation. So it is a time consuming method, and on the basis of the information given by the person on that questionnaire, it is analysis, and the person is appointed to do the analysis of all the questionnaire, and on the basis of the analysis, the job analysis decision is going to be taken. So first and second method can be useful for both types of employees, whether they are educated one or whether they are uneducated one. Third one is useful only, and third and fourth is useful only and only when they are the educated one. So checklist, as I already said, that it is somehow similar with the questionnaire, but this is not the questionnaire. It may be in the form of just yes and no, or sometimes it may be subjective also. So all the information that is prepared by information that is given by the job holders, on the basis of that information, the information is collected and prepared in a tabular form. After preparing, the analysis is done, and on the basis of that analysis, the decision is going to be taken. The fifth method is the critical incidence method. That method is depend on the past experience or the past experience of the incidents of the job holders, where they are going to be asked about the information of their past job, and on the basis of the information given by them, the decision is going to be taken. The next is the record maintenance method. Here the record is maintained by the personal method regarding the particular personal department regarding a particular job. The analyst has to collect the information, collect the record, and after collecting the record, the interview method should be done. This method cannot be used individually. Why? Because this method is having some of the limitations, like all the information regarding the particular job is not going to be collected with this method. Yes, and the limitation is, maybe you can say, the worker's relationship with the supervisor is not explained. The machinery or the tools or equipment that is required to perform the job is not explained in this record. The working condition that require and what is the present working condition of the organization, it is not explained in the records. So this type of explanation is not available with the help of records. So that's why the interview method is useful after collecting the information. And the last one, that is the expert conference method. Here the conference is a conference of the supervisor is held. Here the supervisor are the person who are in the personal touch of a particular job and the job holders. So that's why it is assumed that the supervisors are having the wide knowledge about a particular job, and on the basis of their experience and their information, the decision is going to be taken. So this is the end for today. Now we are going to meet in the next lecture. Till then, stay home, stay safe, start learning. Have a good day. Thank you.